What's up, everyone? Nathan back with our Showdown live with another bulky offense team. I know. It's an old cliche at this point, but I mean, I just gotta get into this team. Yesterday I put out a video on wallbreakers, and I was watching in the some games on the ladder, like I so often like to do, and I came across this team from Maverick 420, which I completely fell in love with, and it of course features a choice specs LATIOS. So what was I gonna do? Like I've been wanting to use this thing for a long time before it cracks the top 3 of my best wallbreakers ranking. And then I see this team, and what's the guy supposed to do? So we're gonna go with it today. Very fun team. It's got a lot of power for it for sure. It also has, it's a bulky offense, so the defensive merits to be able to kind of absorb some hits too. Although there are 2 major problems with it, which are going to be, Pheromos is actually a small problem, so maybe 2.5. But then ranks number 1 and 2 wall breakers on my list, which are going to be Spectrier and Urshifu. I find this team rather weak too. So actually, the original copy of this team had Slowbro, which puts on more offense. You know, the future sight teleport duality is impeccable, and it's so good at breaking apart a lot of balanced teams, and it's really hard to deal with if you play it smart. So I get why Maverick wanted to keep that on, but you know, Claybles gives us a little bit more security against Pheromosa. It's still got Calm Mind, so it can provide some offensive pressure. Not a lot, I realize. Teleport would even be better, but it still helps. But oh man, if this is a shift gear Bagirna, we're gonna be in big trouble. Landorus off the bat looks pretty good because we can go for an Earthquake. It's a tie, which isn't great because I would actually expect that theirs is a Rocker, so we give up rocks for free in that scenario. Maybe I'd Stone it. I don't know, not great. I'd probably U-turn out to my LATIOS there. Then Spectrier at lead, Landorus is good against. We'd have to U-turn on Tapu Fini, which isn't great, and we have a 4 times effective U-turn on Zarude too. It's a bit of a lazy lead, but it's a good option for start. Now here's the thing, when you U-turn, if we go fat first, that's gonna be a tough question, right? Because LATIOS, if they U-turn as well, if they're also Scarf Landorus, and they're also U-turning out, then LATIOS might be a bad play. Like right now I'm very unsure about going to LATIOS. I'm gonna go with Heatran. If they U-turn, great. If they Earthquake, I will lose my mind. They Stealth Rock. Okay, so I just gave up Stealth Rock for free. LATIOS would have gotten us more pressure. But here's my thinking. I can go to LATIOS now on this Earthquake. Great, and we're still in the same good position. So lost a bit of a turn there. LATIOS took that extra 12% from Stealth Rocks, which we wouldn't have if we went straight to it. But this gives us a lot. Now, the biggest problem is actually Heatran. LATIOS, I'd say the only problem that it truly has trouble with is Heatran. Because even Blissey we can Trick to, which is fantastic. But Heatran, we can't even lower its special attack with Mystical Fire, completely walls, Psychic, and Draco Meteor. Not to mention 2 fairy types. I'm not gonna lie, this is about the worst case scenario for our LATIOS. We can still Mystical Fire Magirna, we can still Psychic Tapu Fini, but it's messy. It's very messy. I'm gonna Draco Meteor if it's an offensive. Wow, they go straight to Magirna. I thought for sure they'd make the safe play with Heatran. That wasn't even really on my radar. And now, of course, if it's a setup, here's the evil thing about Magirna is I also looked at it as a wall breaker, and it's very good. It didn't crack my top 3, but it's very good. But the problem is you have to treat it with the respect of a shift gear setup Magirna, right? So I wouldn't dream of going to Landorus on wall breaker Magirna, but if they're about to shift gear, then we have to go Heatran. Either way, it's a pretty good answer here. The Floor Cannon, that suggests to me it's the wall breaker set, but that was very weak, so I'm kind of conflicted. I should know off by heart how much that does. Toxic Screen on everything but Heatran. Earth Power covers Heatran and it covers the Magirna staying in. I think I will Stealth Rock though, which is just the safe mid ground. Oh, and Toxic would have covered this, so it's a good thing we did this. Let's see, our best option here is probably Zapdos. Maybe to go for a Defog right now, I'm not sure. Their team actually seems a little bit less weak to Stealth Rocks than ours are. However, we have a lot of heavy duty boots users. They start Calm Minding right away. Let's see how much this discharge does right off the bat. They get 2 off right away, which is they have a lot of speed investment. It's 31, so we are in a pickle. We got to go to our attack right now. I'm gonna hope they don't and go to Cinderace where a Gunk Shot hopefully is in range of knocking this guy out. They do have 2 steel types, so it'll be interesting to see if they swap to them, one of them straight away. If they do, we should be fine. Let's see how much this does. Okay, it knocks it out. Great. Didn't respect us, obviously. Going to that Cinderace there was risky. If they chose to surf on that one turn, we would be in big trouble. This is a leftovers Landorus Therian, so it completely walls us. I am frankly expecting a U-turn. So let's do Zapdos, because that will probably bring in... No, actually, I don't like Zapdos because that gives them a free Spectrier. Whereas if we go to our own Landorus, honestly, with Tapu Fini gone, and if this lander U-turns out, we're fine. We're really fine. We can get some damage on Spectrier. The problem with Spectrier is our only way to beat it is going to Cinderace and Sucker Punching, which is that's a hell of a way to do that. Okay, we know we're faster, so I'm just gonna U-turn here. They do survive, surprising. Clefable is not so essential in this matchup, frankly, so I'm okay to go to it right now. Yeah, that's fine. Moonblast should do it. Power Whip will do what, 67? Okay, I was thinking about 60, 50, but it's more than we expect. Does that give the free Magearna setup? No, they go to this Spectrier right now. Can we break the substitute with our knockoff is a big question versus Spectrier. Knockup does enough to break the thing, so that's fine. Now we can go to Cinderace here. I have the Sucker Punch. It's pretty obvious that they should swap to their Landorus Therian right now, but if I make the wrong play there, I lose the game. I'll go to Landorus again, which is fine because if they stay in, we're fine. If they U-turn out, this is a decent matchup. We didn't even get the Intimidate drop. In fact, I bet they go to it again right now, but I'm going to knock off. Oh, it's a Scarf Spectrier. Oh. Oh, you know what? I've been hearing about this Scarf Spectrier, but this is genuinely the first time I've even seen or come against it. So that's concerning. Okay, this is now kind of a sack war with Spectrier, where I'm actually do want to make an over prediction all of a sudden. Pyro Balls might play it because, like, again, this is just gonna go down and down and down until things get very nasty. We are into a KO range of this guy. They got a Heat Ran. I don't believe we can kill it with High Jump Kick at this range. So I will go to, they might Earth Power right now, honestly. And even if they Magma Storm, this isn't the end of the world. Yeah, they do that, which works out nicely for us. They are more powerful with Flash Fire, so I do expect a attack right now. Our team doesn't love Heat Ran, so I might add some more speed on this so we get the edge on them in the future, because next time I could go to this Heat Ran and just Earth Power then. Some chip, not much because it is Spadef, and we're gonna get smoked by this in return. If they go to Landorus here, they'd be a little bit annoying, but they still take Choice Rocks damage, nothing in the world. They'll U-turn here, that's fine. We might be faster depending on their set. Nope, they go to this, they do the Stealth Rock. If we Mystical Fire, man, this LATIOS can do nothing right now. It's so frustrating. Well, if I Trick, actually, and they go to Spectrier, it'd be annoying. It'd be really annoying. If I Trick and they go to anything else, that would be pretty good. They would do nothing versus Magearna. It's a true 50-50 with this Heat Ran, except it's not even a true 50-50 because they can just absorb it pretty well. But I'm willing to Psychic and get some chip on it. They go to Magearna instead, which is really disappointing for us. We do still have a Heat Ran, so I do think we wall completely. If they U-turn, we're in a truly bad spot, or the Volt Switch rather. They go to their own Heat Ran. Let's risk the 50-50. Why not? Okay, they go to their own again. It's leftovers. U-turn or Earthquake are both good possibilities. See if they U-turn. They Stone Edge, close to the same thing, but we're faster this turn. I might just make a double switch right now to my Cinderace, because if they go to anything, that's fine for us. It's just getting this Landorus low. So let's make a double switch here. Please swap out. Yes, okay, we get that. Oh my gosh, now I have to question if they're going to stand on the High Jump Kick or go to the Spectrier. It's just so many predictions. They're so messy. Again, I talked about in that video about how predictions are the bane of your life in these situations, and here we are. All High Jump Kick. Okay, they stay in. I don't know. If Cinderace is at 50%, it probably wouldn't matter so much. But this works out nicely for us. I bet Sucker Punch can knock it out even with the Intimidate. So let's take a look. Can we just win right now? They go Spectrier and our attacks -1. Sucker Punch is 73. They are already at 76 before Rocks. So yeah, I'm down to just Sucker Punch should do it. It's the only true accurate move. Magearna, I guess, is a question. We still have Heat Ran, so we're fine. We still got Heat Ran. Hey, that was so stressful. My heart is just going right now. I wanted a nice, relaxing game, and here we are. They give us the choice specs, which is fine, because now I can probably Earth Power without much fear. Does live. That's Magearna for you. Holy. They Volt Switch out. They'll go to their own Spectrier. I think Magearna dies at this range. They go to Spectrier. It was choice lock, so LATIOS is safe right now. And we can Psychic for the win. Not for the win, but this will force Spectrier in, and it is also choice locked. So then we go to our Cinderace and have the pure win con. So, oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. I was trying to flex LATIOS here, and we get the worst possible matchup. But we do take it. We do take it. LATIOS, I'm not gonna front and be like, oh, LATIOS put in so much work. It got the kill at the end. They forfeit. They won't even let us get the satisfying sucker punch, huh? I'm not gonna say it's a coward move, but it's a disappointing move. I expected better. Okay, so you see a very interesting team, huh? Okay, so Slowking Galar, I've actually had not much experience with either, and a Ditto on an otherwise very offensive team is pretty rare. You saw them a lot of offense teams at the beginning of Sword and Shield, but there was Dynamax threats, but okay, and then they run for their life. Okay, well, I would too if I was facing a choice Specs LATIOS, a team this scary from the Maverick 420. Insane. Like you have to swap out. Meanwhile, we see a very classic Rain team. If you see a LATIOS, they're very frequently Healing Wish choice Scarf on offense teams like this. So Healing Wish, Defog, choice Scarf, probably Pulse, maybe Surf. That's 5 moves, isn't it? Okay, that's my guess. Dragon Pulse, that is. Swampert, classic pivot. Probably the Dark Urshifu. The good thing about LATIOS too is it helps a little bit with Rillaboom, because Rillaboom normally eats Rain teams alive. So looking at likely lead options, I see 4 Pokemon with U-turn and 1 with flip turn. So this is really, if my opponent's going to be going for one of those big, bulky U-turns, they have a lot of options. But Zapdos, I'm glad it is Hurricane on this team. Zapdos is faster. It's not faster than Urshifu, but it'll still knock it out with Discharge. We can Hurricane Rillaboom. We can Discharge on Pelipper. We don't get a lot versus Swampert, but they don't really get a lot on us either, so that's fine. And we're going to just Tornadus Therian. So this thing is going to be extremely important. If they lead their LATIOS, that'd be disappointing. But okay, they go to this as a lead. I'll Hurricane for some chip. It should do like 40%, I think, which is going to be useful because Swampert lacks good recovery. There's a lot of Pokemon that get kind of 2-hit KO'd by it. Instead, we get chip on LATIOS, which is just fine by us. Heatran should completely wall it. They trick. They give us the choice Scarf. Okay, that's surprising actually, because I think I think the Scarf on LATIOS is really important. But as a result, they do cripple this Pokemon. Now the question is, what do we click now? I want to Stealth Rock, but if they stay in and Surf and then they defog afterwards, then we've lost so much momentum for no reason. Whereas Toxic gets us something no matter what. That's a pure safe move. On Pelipper, yeah, Pelipper, it gets a timer on that thing. That's lovely. Question is if they U-turn or not here. I bet they do, but we're faster, so our U-turn's gonna do nothing. Although, if they U-turn right now, it forces them to go to, man, actually, now that I think about it, that Urshifu Rapid Strike is gonna be a nightmare for us. Okay, I think I go Zapdos because it makes things really scary if they want to go to one of these 3. Zapdos is our best answer against Rapid Strike Urshifu because it's just very likely going to hit by static at that point. We don't have a lot of defense on this thing too because we want a decent amount of speed. So this is scary. If they go Tornadus, maybe they go for like a Weather Ball at this point. That's a good question. If they went Tornadus, oh, I don't even know what I would do. This is not excellent team against Rain. Again, the original version of the team had a Slowbro, which would have helped a great deal, especially instead of the Urshifu Rapid Strike. That would be much better. Wonder if they pivot. Oh, that's a good question. I bet a Surf is coming. Actually, we have no water resist. That's actually the true oversight with this team. There's no water resist in general, which is just, well, there's LATIOS, but it's so important in its role that I dislike that idea. This is probably a max speed LATIOS too, so it's not like I can even go to it and try to outspeed it the next turn. So we're both max speed. Ugh. Do I sack something? I need this. I need this. Need this. Let's go to our. Let's go to our LATIOS. Oh boy, I truly regret the Slowbro pick right now. A Psychic. Okay, thank goodness. That means they don't have Surf, which is a bit surprising on a team like this because Surf and Dragon moves have good coverage. But hey, fair. This will still be somewhat useful versus Urshifu with max defense. I think we can maybe take 1 in the rain. I could be full of it though by saying that. I think I will knock off. Yeah, I could, maybe there's a case to be made for Sopple, especially if they stay into attack. But knockoff covers a lot. We get some damage on the Swampert here. Honestly, if we Calm Mind, if it's a banded Rillaboom, I think we still... No, I think we still live one. Gonna flip turn? Okay, the flip turn, that should probably be one of these two now, for sure. 50% though, we definitely get smoked right now. So I'm gonna go to Zapdos, hope we get... I don't know, we might just die right now. Oh my gosh, we die. That was my only option though. We just hope for static. So now these three are menace. Okay, well I can go to Latios and we have to just beat offense with offense at this point. There's no two ways about it. It's a sack war. Hopefully we can get up a Pokemon right now. Psychic is pretty good. It's probably gonna 2-hit KO just about everything. However, I'm not Latios, so I'm gonna Meteor right now. Meteor just a confirmed KO. Yeah, okay, they confirm my suspicions there. Yeah, my opponent confirms that they're very okay with that result earlier. I bet I still get like 50% chip on this thing right now. Okay, just about, and they flip turn. They go for rocks, fair enough. I bet for sure they go to their Pelipper right now. In which case we can... Cinderace isn't doing much either with Gunk Shot. Ugh. And his Landorus is doing nothing. Man, a lot of our team is just not that useful. It just comes down to Latios right now. I'm going to Landorus because we will be fine versus this flip turn that's coming right now. And then I can U-turn afterwards, I guess. I can also Stone Edge on the Pelipper. I could Stone Edge on the Pelipper, which would be pretty handy. I would take that trade. Go to Swampert. Is this a 2-hit KO? Probably not. Oh, with the crit though, it's still not. I bet for sure that they flip turn into their Rillaboom here. What can we do to stop that? We can sack something. I don't know. This Leonard still has use. It still has loot use, especially with its Intimidate. I guess Clef or Heatran. Heatran with a Weather Ball Tornadus is going to be pretty useless. It will be. It depends what kind of Rillaboom though, doesn't it? It could be good versus Rillaboom for sure. I guess Clefable's my play. I'm not going to get a chance to heal it up in a team this offensive. They're going to go to something, and then we just need to get our Latios in a lot of times here. No rocks does not help either. This thing's faster too. Let's Moonblast. Just get lots of damage because then we can maybe go for Sucker Punch afterwards. 36 is good. They're Weather Balling. They Hurricane instead. That's fine. Stone Edge. Oh, it's Life Orb too. So we have hella options. Landorus. Yeah, we kind of have to. Okay, fair enough. I bet they just go to their Swampert and sack, and then they go to like their Rillaboom or their Urshifu to Revenge Kill afterwards. No, they let the Shandas go, which is okay by us. So they go to their Swampert now. They're really keeping their Swampert kind of protected, which is surprising to me. They do go to this thing. This is a tough call because if they Surging Strikes, Latios is a bad play, which I bet they do because they know we can't OHKO them right now. Well, with Rillaboom, Heatran would still be kind of handy though. Plus, it's faster now with that Choice Scarf is the wild thing. It's faster than the entire team right now that Heatran. Hold on a second here. Cinderace is still a decent win con. In the rain, his Powerball isn't going to be doing too much to Rillaboom. And we don't have a lot to hit that Urshifu very hard. So I think this is the sack, sadly. We can get 20% chip if we got a crit. That would have been lovely. Okay, we go to this. We'll go to our Latios. I'm having a hard time saying no to Psychic actually. Before I was Mr. Meteor, but Psychic sounds pretty okay to me right now. It's more spammable, right? Well, first of all, it's more accurate, which you cannot underestimate. And second of all, you can just like go after it right after like time after time. So maybe they go to Pelipper right now to renew the rain one more time. They go to Rillaboom. So we survive a Grassy Glide, and if they knock off, which kills us, then we go to Cinderace, and there's not really a lot to do it. I mean, we can even go to Heatran at that point, so I'm okay to do this. 87. Man, Latios. So Cinderace should be fine. We've got the Sucker Punch at this point to out priority them. Just kind of have to go to right now. High Jump Kick or Gunk Shot. Hold on. What if we Gunk Shot? Because that covers the Pelipper better. So Cinderace, sure, versus our average defensive Swampert. Gunk Shot does 17, just outside the range we need. We have to High Jump Kick it. For Pelipper, high jump kick does 27 into gunk shot. Would it be enough to KO it? Not really, but with the extra 6% from toxic, it's close, but I don't think it would do it. That's messy. Oh, we're completely out of time. I'm chatting up a storm here. It's essentially a read, but if I'm them, I'm staying in. Okay, and we get that right. So honestly, we're not in the worst position because they're gonna go to Pelipper right now. I think we're not in the worst position. Do they? The question is if they Scald right now, actually, or Hurricane. If they Scald and burn us, it's a nightmare. So I'm gonna go to Heat Ran. They Hurricane, which is pretty good for us actually. I wonder if they. I'm gonna Magma Storm because that means they we get some chip on them. Do they U-turn here? So if they U-turn and go to Rillaboom, if it's abandoned Rillaboom, I think we live everything. I think we live it all. We live Woodhammer, we live the grass moves. Uh-oh, not if we're missing like that. On their Drain Punch. We just lost. We just lost because of that. They go to Pelipper here. Okay, if this one hits, maybe. Oh, they roost. They should be roosting. They don't roost. Okay, they kind of choke that. But they roost this turn, right? Yeah. But I don't know. This might do it. If we hit this Magma Storm, that Drain Punch was devastating. That was devastating. But you know, there's a reason why lots of people run faster moves. I guess we go to Cinderace and we just hope for the Pyro Ball kill, which is just a messy win con. Oh, they do this now and they go for another Drain Punch. What's happening? What's happening right now? Are we playing Pokemon or what's going on? Although we're out of Magma Storms, maybe they played this perfectly. Not really though. They can't. Well, I'll struggle. Might even knock it out. Struggle takes the dub. I'm so confused. But you know what? I needed a good solid live before we go to the next one. Maybe I'll do the original team next time. Because yeah, against that was way harder than it needed to be without the slow bro. But we do pull it off. In offense versus offense, again, it comes down to how you leverage your own offense. They didn't have a lot of answers for LATIOS. We didn't have a lot of answers for their Pokemon. But luckily, LATIOS takes it due to being, as I say, the third best wall sweeper in Pokemon. Or wall breaker, not wall sweeper. That'd be a funny phrase for it. That's what we should call Pheromosa now, the wall sweeper. Because it just sweeps walls and regular Pokemon. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. But thanks again. See you next time.